Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So this video is in response to a request by one of my subscribers, S. Kirky. I hope I didn't mangle your name, but this is the video they wanted to see. Up top you have Blade at rank 4, and he is with suicides. In the bottom left hand corner you have Blade at rank 5 with suicides, and Blade at rank 5 without suicides is in the bottom right hand corner. They wanted to see a comparison between these three. So what I have noticed, and I found it pretty interesting as well, is that Blade rank 4 with suicides does very comparable damage to Blade rank 5 without suicides. You know, obviously Blade rank 5 with suicides is going to be the fastest by quite a bit, but it seems like having the suicides roughly doubles Blade's damage. You guys can take a look and see if you guys concur with that, but I was looking at the crits and the bleed damage. So Blade at rank 5 with suicides, his crits were often over 2,000. And when he had, you know, a good 4 stacks of bleed or so, his bleeds would do over 200. Okay, then you had Blade at rank 5 without suicides. His crits then were a little over 1,000, and roughly about half of what the Blade rank 5 with suicides were. And his bleed stacks were just a little over 100. Again, roughly about half. Now the Blade rank 4 with suicides, which you can see up at the top, their crits were also a little over 1,000. And the bleed stacks, again, when they had a nice little stack of maybe 4 or 5, would bleed for over 100. And look at the two, the Blade rank 4 with suicides and the Blade rank 5 without suicides, and you'll see that they were very, very similar. And you'll see in the end that they were very close in how fast they were able to take down Winter Soldier, which makes sense if you're looking at the damage numbers. So sit back and enjoy the video. Like I said, I tried to fight as similarly as possible to make this fair. It's not going to be a perfect test, obviously. To be a more accurate test, you would have to run many fights for each of them and get an average. And I was not about to do that, so you guys will just have to make do with this sort of a, you know, rough estimate of their comparison. But now, one thing I did do in the Blade rank 5 without suicides, that's the bottom right hand corner, I had heard that using his L1 did some good damage. So I tried to use his L1 anytime that bleed was down. I didn't do it perfectly, but that's something that I did a little bit differently than I did in the other two. And as you can see right there, a couple of times I went to his L3. I didn't really mean to do that, but it's easy for that to happen when you are using that L1 and not really paying attention, because he's regenning his power quite a bit. So there's been about maybe 2 more times that I pushed him to his L3, and it looked pretty well. I mean, you know, you still had the time that it took for the animation, but it put some nasty bleeds on him, and that allowed him to regain his power faster and more consistently, so I was able to flow into his L2. So I may have to play around with firing off his L3 rather than just spamming his L2. But for the most part, that's what I did. Now, as you can see in the bottom left hand corner, that fight's already over. We knew that that was going to be the fastest. But now, just take a look and see how close the Blade rank 4 with suicides and the Blade rank 5 without suicides are in how fast they took down Winter Soldier. I apologize in advance, guys. For the next few minutes The fight is the same old that you've seen already. I do not know how to speed up the video when I do split screen like this. I'm using Filmora by Wondershare, so if any of you know how to do that, let me know. Shoot me a message. But I don't know at this point in time, so if you want to fast forward it, the ending is around 7 minutes and 54 seconds in. That's where I start narrating again. So if you want to fast forward up to that point, feel free. If you want to take a look and see the crits and how I played and that sort of thing, feel free to do that as well. And there you have it. Blade rank 4 with suicides just barely beat the Blade rank 5 without suicides. Very interesting. Hope you guys found that informative. If you liked the video, please consider smashing that like button. If you have not subscribed to me already, please consider giving me a subscription. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought about the video. And you guys have a blessed day.